Every gilded cage is built with walls of comfort. The only question is what you're paying for them.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cashing in our attention to take a look behind the glittering, oh, so appealing facade of social media. You know that feeling, right? It's late, you know you should be sleeping, but you're still scrolling. There's this magnetic pull that just seems to overpower what you actually want to do. So what's the deal? Is it just a personal failing? A lack of willpower on our part? Well, the answer pretty definitively is no. This isn't really about you, it's about the machine you're holding in your hand. A machine that has been meticulously engineered to be irresistible. So today, we're going to take you on a tour of this digital casino and show you exactly how it's designed to keep you at the table. To really understand the casino, first, we've got to understand the player. And yeah, that's you. Or, more specifically, your brain. You see, the house always has an edge, and that edge is built by exploiting some very specific, very human wiring in our neurology. The key chemical in this whole game is dopamine. Now, most of us think of it as the pleasure chemical, but that's not quite right. It's really more about anticipation. It's the go-get-it chemical. It's the little voice in your head that says, hey, check your phone. You might get something good. It's what drives us to seek out rewards. And social media apps are absolute masters at trapping us in this four-step dopamine loop. It starts with a simple cue, a notification buzz, or even just a quiet moment of boredom. That triggers the action. You grab your phone. Then comes the reward. And this is the genius part. Sometimes it's a funny video, sometimes it's a like, and sometimes it's nothing at all. That unpredictability fuels the craving, wiring your brain to want to check again and again and again. And on top of that, these apps are exploiting our brain's ancient survival software. See, we are hardwired with something called a novelty bias. For our ancestors, spotting something new could mean finding food or avoiding a predator. Today, that same primal drive for novelty has been weaponized, turning our feeds into a fire hose of the new and unfamiliar. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty and look at the specific features that rig this game against you. And I want to be clear, these aren't bugs or accidents. They are the fundamental mechanics of the entire casino. And this comparison on the screen, it's not just a cute metaphor. It is shockingly literal. You know that pull to refresh gesture that was so common in early apps? That was intentionally designed to feel like pulling the lever on a slot machine. You perform an action, scrolling down or pulling a lever, for an unpredictable payout. The psychology is identical. And this isn't some secret conspiracy theory. It's a well-known psychological principle. It's called a variable reward schedule. Studies have shown that lab rats will press a lever way more compulsively if the food pellet comes out randomly than if it comes out predictably every time. It's the uncertainty that creates the addiction, keeping you completely hooked on the possibility of the next little win. This whole design philosophy is baked right into the user experience. Think about infinite scroll. It totally eliminates natural stopping points, like reaching the bottom of a web page. It turns your feed into a bottomless pit that just keeps feeding your novelty bias. And then you have autoplay, which takes it a step further by removing the need to even choose. The next hit of content is served up automatically, before you even have a chance to think, should I stop? All right, now let's go to the high-stakes table in the casino. This is where the game gets really intense. We're talking about the world of hyper-fast, short-form video, an environment that takes all these mechanics and turns them up to 11. The impact of this constant, rapid-fire stimulation is becoming a huge topic of concern. This relentless stream of microvideos, each just a few seconds long, has led researchers and cultural critics to use some pretty alarming language, like cognitive fatigue or even the term brain rot to describe what might be happening to our minds. And look, this isn't just about feeling a little more distracted than usual. Evidence suggests this intense conditioning program can tangibly shorten our attention spans. It makes it harder for us to do deep, complex tasks, like, say, reading a book, or even just having a long, focused conversation. It literally trains our brains to expect and crave constant, immediate gratification. And this chart, it really paints a stark picture of the result. We're seeing this dramatic shift in our collective information diet. We are moving away from deep, sustained forms of engagement and just diving headfirst into quick, fleeting hits of information. This isn't just a simple change in our preferences. It's a fundamental change in our cognitive habits. So we've established how the game is rigged to keep us playing. But in this casino, you're not betting with money. All these platforms are free. So what exactly are you betting? What is the house actually winning from you? The whole system runs on an economic model with a pretty chilling name: surveillance capitalism. And in this model, the raw material isn't gold or oil, it's your life. Your clicks, your scrolls, how long you pause on a video, your private messages. It's all treated as a free resource to be collected and analyzed. And this table here breaks down exactly how that value flows. It starts with you, the user. You give away your attention and your data for free access to the app. Then the platform, Meta, Google, TikTok, harvests and packages all that data. And finally, their real customers, advertisers, political campaigns, basically anyone who wants to influence behavior, they buy products that predict what you're going to do, think, or buy next. You're not the customer here. You're the product being sold. And that right there brings us to the real price of free. It's got nothing to do with the money in your wallet. The ultimate cost is the slow, subtle erosion of your cognitive autonomy, which is really just a fancy way of saying your freedom to think your own thoughts and make your own choices without being constantly nudged and influenced by the machine. Which leaves us with a final, kind of provocative thought to chew on. In a digital world that has been engineered from the ground up to hijack your most valuable resource, your attention, then maybe the most profound act of personal freedom, maybe the ultimate act of rebellion, is to consciously and deliberately choose where you place it.